Hello everybody, my name is Lemon Anti, also called by Lemon. I am your coach of the Sacramento Surge, and today we have got week 5 of the NDUL. This week we are facing off against Coach Stitch and his team Stitches. I want to take a quick minute to recap on the last 2 weeks, because I wasn't able to record for them. For week 3, we did lose that game. It was, I think, a 3-0 loss. It was an awesome game, though I really wish I could have recorded it. I don't remember who we fought, but it was a 3-0 loss. It was a really good game, and I think that's it for it, really. That put us at 2-1, and then in week 4, my opponent and I were in such different time zones that we just couldn't find a time for us to actually battle. So the mods left it up to a coin flip because both of us really had a hard time with this one. They left it up to a coin flip, and we actually won it, which I will gladly take. So that would put us at 3-1, I believe, plus 8. So we are still in the top 8 of our division. With that said, guys, this is week 5 of 7. We are no longer allowed to use any transactions after this current week, which is, I don't think I'm going to make any trades anyway. If I was, I would have traded Lilligan for Leafeon, but Leafeon is in tier 4 for whatever reason. So, with that said, let's check out the matchups so we can make this game count. My opponent's team this week consists of Clefable, Nidoking, Rotom Wash, Entei, Snorlax, Starmie, Delphox, Gourgeist, Mega Steelix, Yveltal, and Zamazenta. I'm expecting to see Clefable, Nidoking, Rotom, Starmie, Yveltal, and Zamazenta. I can also see Snorlax and Entei possibly coming, but I don't really think they will. A couple things to note about my opponent's team is that his hazard setters are Clefable, Nidoking, and Steelix. His hazard removers are Rotom, Starmie, and Yveltal, and that's it. And they're not the greatest at those things anyway. Couple setup threats on his team, I guess, would be Clefable and Snorlax. Maybe Starmie with Calm Mind. But it's also pretty important to note that the Zamazenta is not in the crown form, so it's just pure fighting type. And it does not have any form of setup outside of the move Howl, so it can only go at +1, which is really valuable. So guys, with that said, let's go check out our team. Leading off the team this week, we have finally got the Incarnate Tornadus coming off the bench, week 5. I'm so happy for this thing coming. Tornadus this week is carrying Hurricane, U-Turn, Knockoff, and Defog with the Prankster ability and Choice Scarf item. We are EV to outspeed Zamazenta. If it is not Choice Scarf, and even if it is, we can take a close combat very well. Basically, his only flying resists are Steelix and Rotom. An offensive Rotom takes over 30% from a Hurricane, no matter what. And that's like all that was important. So I ran U-Turn, Knockoff, and then just one final tech move. I was thinking of either doing Sludge Wave, Heat Wave, or Defog, and I just decided to go with Defog for Prankster. To be able to remove a hazard would at least be a little bit good. We were running 72 speed EVs with Choice Cards lets us outspeed the fastest thing on his team with Zamazenta. 100 special defense. A defensive Rotom cannot kill this thing with Thunderbolt, which is really good. 252 special attack with a Modest Nature, and 84 HP. There's really nothing else to say about this thing other than it does a lot of damage across the majority of his team. With a little bit of chip damage off on mostly everything, I can kill pretty much everything with Hurricane, which is really, really nice. Moving on to the next Pokemon on our team, we have got Luck the Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko this week is carrying the Leftovers item with Discharge, U-Turn, Taunt, and Roost, with the Electric Surge ability, of course. We are running Discharge there so we can get a 30% chance to paralyze Clefable, Entei, Starmie. Starmie dies with Discharge anyway, actually. But Clefable, Entei, Delphox, even Gourgeist, Yveltal, and Zamazenta. Paralysis on all of those would be really nice because, little spoiler alert, we have Hex Giratina. So being able to spread statuses for that is really nice. We are EV to outspeed Starmie. I really felt like I needed to have an outspeed for it because the thing is such a big threat. This thing is guaranteed to live any hit from Specs Yveltal other than Hidden Power Ground. Any 2 hits other than Hidden Power Ground. And if he goes for Hidden Power Ground and it deals enough damage, I will know. I will know instantly that it's Specs and that I can just go straight out into Giratina. We are running Taunt though so that we can keep the Clefable from going for wishes and teleports and such. We can keep Snorlax from setting up. We can keep Rotom from going for like Will-O-Wisps and Nasty Plots and stuff. Um, and that's like pretty much it. I didn't see any reason to run Thunderbolt, and then we got Discharge for recovery and Roost for recovery, or Roost and Leftovers for recovery. I mean, 136 speed EVs, 184 special defense, 28 special attack, 4 defense, and 156 HP. Also, it's pretty important to note that this thing can take a couple of hits from Starmie, depending on the set, but we'll be using Slowbro to scout that out. Moving on to the next Pokemon on our team, we have got, like I mentioned before, Yami the Origin Form Giratina. Giratina this week is carrying Hex, Will-O-Wisp, Rest, and Sleep Talk. This thing completely walls Rotom and Entei unless Rotom brings Dark Pulse and Shadow Ball. But if it does bring it, chances are Lucario outspeeds and it can kill it with a close combat instantly. We are running, of course, the Gristiosaurus so we can be in the Origin form and having 20% boost in Hex damage. Levitate ability is really nice to be an immunity to Steelix, Earthquake, as well as Nidoking Earth Power. We are able to take an Ice Beam from Nidoking fairly well, so if I can chip that thing down enough, then this thing will put on a lot of pressure with that alone, with Hex. We were running Rest Sleep Talk for recovery, which feels the best. I was deciding between Thunderwave and Will-O-Wisp, but after a while I decided to go with Will-O-Wisp because it reduces Yveltal's knockoff damage, and it'll reveal if Clefable is unaware or if it is Magic Guard, which is really good. We're running 248 HP EVs, 224 special defense with a Calm nature, I think, 32 special attack, and 4 defense. Moving on to our next Pokemon, we have got, of course, Asta the Mega Lucario. Mega Lucario this week is carrying Close Combat, Meteor Mash, Bullet Punch, and Crunch. I did not see a reason to run setup on anything on this thing, considering that it's Zamazenta outspeeds anyway. So, it's also pretty important to know, though, that if he switches in Zamazenta on this thing, Close Combat into Bullet Punch is a kill on an offensive variant. So, that's really good. We got Meteor Mash there for obvious reasons. I do think that Babiri Clef is pretty likely, but after a certain point, if it reveals to not be leftovers, or if it reveals to have some item that, if it doesn't reveal an item, I'm either going to assume it's Boots, or I'm going to assume that it is Babiri. Secondly, we got Crunch there because if he wants to switch into Starmie, Crunch into Bullet Punch kills if it's an offensive variant. Otherwise, it does not. We're running enough speed to outspeed Entei because I don't see Delphox coming. 40 special defense, 252 attack, and 56 HP. Very standard set. Jolly Nature, nothing crazy here. He doesn't have very many good resists to this thing. He doesn't really have any good options, honestly. Moving on to our next Pokemon, though, we have got Vanessa, the Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen this week is carrying Sludge Wave, Earth Power, Ice Beam, and Substitute. His main switches to this thing are weak to Ice Beam, other than Starmie. If we can get this thing in on Clef, it'll force it out by far, and I can get a Substitute, and I can get free damage off on something, whether he goes Nidoking for 4 times Poison Resist. I can Earth Power it the next turn. If he goes Yveltal, I can Ice Beam it and do 30 to 40% if it's special defensive. Starmie does not appreciate an Earth Power, and having that thing just take so much damage is really, really good. We're running enough speed to outspeed, I think it was, Large Gorgeist. I put in the notes. It really forces, the entire point of this thing is to force Clefable out. Clefable might be a little bit annoying with teleports, though. Moving on, 200 speed, 44 special defense, 252 special attack, 12 HP. It's very standard. Nothing here is crazy, nothing new. Sheer Force Life Orb, of course. Moving on to our final Pokemon, though, we have got Finral the Slowbro with the Assault Vest item. Slowbro this week is probably not going to click a single move. It's really only here to scout out my opponent's sets, in particular Zamazenta and Starmie. That's really it, honestly. We're running Scald, Psychic, Future Sight, and Counter. Counter's there just in case we really don't need the Assault Vest anymore and we're out of range of a knockoff from Yveltal. We can just go for Counter, and it'll kill it guaranteed. Because no matter what, knockoff should do over 50%, and then we do double that. So we got the Regenerator ability, of course. Psychic is there just in case for Nidoking. Scald Burn's pretty self-explanatory. This thing is a great switch into Zamazenta. We are also guaranteed to live a choice specs and a legged boosted Thunderbolt in electric terrain from Starmie, and depending on the damage it does, we will know if it's specs, and then we can go into our Nidoqueen from there. Or we can go into our Coco and threaten it from there, basically. 252 HP, 160 defense, 96 special defense with a bold? No. Is it bold? I think it's bold nature. Boosting our defense and lowering our attack. I really don't think this thing is ever going to get the chance to click any moves, but it's here. It also does take hits from Rotom fairly well. Not amazing, especially since I think that if Rotom comes, it's going to have Dark Pulse or Shadow Ball, probably Dark Pulse. So I wouldn't be surprised. So guys, that is it for our team, and I will see you all in just one moment in the battle. Alright guys, we are back in the match, and my opponent brought a team of stuff I was not expecting. I didn't expect Gourgeist, and I did not expect Entei. No Rotom is really good for Slowbro. He doesn't have a flying resist. I kind of feel like just leading off Tornadus and hitting something incredibly hard with a Hurricane. No Yveltal as well. And no Zamazenta. He doesn't have any way to stop Mega Lucario. Oh, I forgot to put Justified. He doesn't have any way to stop Mega Lucario other than yeah. I'm just gonna lead Tornadus. He leads Clef. We should do a good chunk to this thing. Depending on, I assume it's gonna be physical, otherwise he has no way to deal with. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for Hurricane. I don't think he has any way to deal with Mega Lucario. Unless he's got Scarf Entei. Which is possible, but it gets walled by Giratina, so. Fine by me. I feel pretty good about this. I might also actually U-turn, but I think I'm just going to Hurricane. I'm not going to overthink it. Ooh, a crit on 83%. Oh, what's he going to do? Z Metronome. Ooh, oh, he must have gotten. Wow. Okay. Let's see what that investment was. We did 83%. Yeah, that doesn't look like great damage. I'm just going to Hurricane again. We missed this time. That kind of sucks. He Moonblast 35. It looks like pretty standard damage. I'm going to Hurricane again. That Corkscrew Crash. That must have been a physical move. Must have gotten a Z Iron Head or something. Dude, really? I guess maybe I should have just gone straight on to New Queen. Wish. That's fine. I'm going to sub. He goes for Metronome, Lava Plume. Very interesting. I'm going to go for a Sludge Wave, and yep, kill this thing. So now he kind of just has to go Snorlax, but I don't think Snorlax really appreciates an Earth power, or whichever one's power stronger. 26 to 31, that's pretty decent damage. I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to keep going. Because at a certain point, he just has to. He's leftovers, okay. He can't, I figured out that he really can't be Rest, Curse, Sleep Talk. I can't believe I forgot Justified, though. Justified's bad. Losing Justified is bad. I really should have remembered that. I mean, at this point, he's just going to be asking for a crit. I mean, we do good damage. Body Slam. Fine by me. Do I need this thing? I don't need this thing by any stretch of the imagination. He goes for Rest. Fine. Okay, he's Sleep Talk, Body Press, or Body Slam. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going for it. I don't have any reason not to. He's not Sleep Talk. That's good. Turn 2. That's fine. Lucario kills it from here. Right? I mean, it does a ton to +1. If he's +2 defense, I just need to do 30%. Oh, yeah. Easy. And you know he's not any particular berry. Okay, that's a setup threat gone. I assume he's going to go Entei, in which case we just go Giratina. He goes Gourgeist. Okay. I'm going to be honest, I was kind of hoping I could sack off Nidoqueen to this. But I think I just need to... How much does... Oh, which Gourgeist is it? It's just a regular Gourgeist. How much do we do to Crunch? Like, I don't really need Lucario. We do 66 to 78 with Crunch. I mean, he should kill us, probably. Oh, he actually doesn't kill us. I mean, I can Meteor Mash. And then I can Bullet Punt, maybe? I'm going to Meteor Mash. Okay, so he's not Scarfente. If he was Scarfente, he would have gone into it. 71%. Oh, dude. That crit sucks. Yeah, that could put us in range of Shadow Sneak. That sucks. Okay, we get the Meteor Mash off, though. He's gonna go into Starmie. Or Scarfente, kind of depends. Either way, though, I can switch into Slowbro or Giratina, depending. Nidoking. Is he Scarf? I just want to find out if he's Scarf. I don't really need Lucario anymore, so I'm going to find out if he's Scarf. He's not Scarf. Alright. Fine by me. Coco should kill from there with U-turn. Yes, so I'm going to go Coco. And I'm going to U-turn. Sorry if you can hear noise from the other rooms. So far, we're doing pretty good. Gonna be honest, Gourgeist kind of threw me in for a loop. He goes Entei. Awesome. This means I can just go straight into Giratina. And I'm just gonna Hex. Yep, it doesn't have any way to hit me. I'm just gonna go for Hex. 32% with Stone Edge. And I got... Dude, what is with the crits this game? Okay. 32% it was? Yeah. Looks like a Jolly Choice Band. Does look like Choice Band. We did 57%. I'm gonna go for Rest. Yep. Then I'm gonna Sleep Talk. I can also just go into Slowbro. I'm just gonna go Slowbro. He goes Nidoking. That's fine. I'm just gonna Scald. That's fine by me. I can live any hit. I kind of just want to go for a Psychic and get some damage. I think Psychic should do more. To Slowbro. No Terrain. No Analytic. How much did we do? Scalded 21%. Okay, yeah, it doesn't look like... It looks like it's standard. I'm gonna go for Psychic. Thunderwave. Very interesting. He gets the full para. I'm gonna go for it again. I don't know what he's expecting to get from here. 21%. That's fine. I'm just gonna keep going. Thunderbolt, 43. And it's Life Orb. Yeah, that's standard. Man, these paras. Okay, I'm going to go out into Coco. And we kill this thing with U-turn. Yeah. Yep. And then I might try and get the last kill on Entei with Tornadus, just so Tornadus can say that he did something. He can't get the kill without Hurricane anyway, though. Okay, Then we are going to go into Tornadus. And then we're going to U-turn. If he goes Entei, we're just going to Hurricane. He goes Entei. I'm actually going to expect an Extreme Speed. And I'm going to go into Giratina. Yep. And now he has to go into Nidoking. So I'm going to go back into Coco. And I'm going to U-turn. Totally not overthinking it, you know? Not at all. And I think I'm going to force him to go for an Extreme Speed by going into Tornadus. I'm just going to go for Hurricane. If he goes for E-Speed, we win. And if he goes for... Yep, there we go. Tornadus, you got a kill. Good job. Really good game to Stitch. A 4-0 win is really good for our record. He definitely brought some stuff that I was not expecting. Gourgeist did throw me in for a little bit of a loop. But overall, I think we handled his team pretty well. Gonna be honest, I did not think that Entei had much worth. I thought the Zamazenta was a way better. But, you know what? Either way, it was a good game. He threw me in for a loop pretty good. And that's that, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you guys can do me a favor and go down to the subscribe button, go ahead and sucker punch that so that it notifies me that you enjoy the content that I enjoy creating. While you're also down there, go ahead and hit that notification bell so you never miss another Lemonheads video. And with that said, guys, we are going to be going on into week 6 with a 4-1 differential, which is awesome. Thank you all so much for watching. Goodbye.